Hey guys, what's going on?
How's it going?
Been a couple days. We've been missing you guys. Working hard, doing things that we've been needing to do. So,
Yes.
we're coming back because we got some good topics to talk about today. So, you good?
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so as for the first topic, I wanted to explain and maybe talk a little bit about how we save. Originally, we said we needed to make about $33 per day each person. On old bills, currently it's going to be interesting when we start to get a closer picture of what our current monthly bills are now at this lifestyle. The way it's looking, it almost looks like it's going to be about maybe for this first month, which there's some different things that are taken into account for, but about maybe $500 per person now, as opposed to $1,000. So we almost cut our monthly bills absolutely in half, which is a lot, and it's still changing. And those are with some of the major items, but then I think I said this in one of the last videos, percentages are real. That's where every big business or any place really maximizes those corners. I worked at Applebee's one time and a little while ago, and we had a one manager that everything was accounted for. They had invested in the things that make sure that gets everything out of the bottle, all the ketchup, don't waste, because the more that she was on that, the bigger her bonus was, because the more money her store was making and not losing. If you can cost loss or losing any money, if you can get that number to the smallest amount, like eating all your food, eating your leftovers, eating just all of that stuff. For instance, I'll just start to tell you some of the things off the list, but large loads on Quick Wash, half-filled detergent. You don't need to use full detergent.
It still smells really good and cleans.
It smells fine. You don't need to. They tell you to use that much, so you go quicker through it. You don't need to use as much as that is. So we talked about the $30 every 2 weeks, food for 2 people. That's $7.50 a week per person. We're going to get back to you on that one again. We have shopping coming up here, I think, in a couple of days, and I think we're doing pretty fantastic. We got some other things that kind of run out on a different schedule, so it's like the things that you need to kind of create dinners and whatnot, those things are going to be about this price point of about $7.5 per week. But we're seeing how it goes. That is the goal. That's the price point we set for ourselves and that we're trying to implement and keep going. Also, 1 car, 1 scooter. I use my scooter now. No insurance because I don't necessarily need it. Maybe I want to get it. Maybe I should. I don't know. We'll see where that goes. But for the most part, I don't really need insurance. It's not required. I also didn't need to take the biker's class, which is an extra however much money. And it gets 100 miles to the gallon, which is crazy.
Yeah, how many times have you filled it up since you've had it?
I think I've had it 2 or 3 times, and I've driven it around a lot so far.
That's
and
crazy.
I use premium gas, so it's $2.80, but that's $2.80 for a gallon, and people pull up and they probably look at that
miles.
What in the world? Then find cheapest gas price, boom, so there's that. There's an app called Gas Buddy that you can look at, and they will give you all of the cheapest gas around by distance and this, that, and the other. Find them deals. It really is worth it, I'm telling you. It really is a big deal. Drive slow. We make fun of grannies driving slow, but you know what? They're saving that money.
Cruise control.
Okay, yes, cruise control, not whenever the roads are wet. I hope everyone knows that because it just keeps going. But yes, drive slow. The less that you accelerate and drive all fast and crazy, which really doesn't do much other than put your life and other lives at danger, you could save money doing that. And you honestly get there just about the same time. If you kind of look at the time wise, I leave at the same time that I do now with my Honda Ruckus, and I actually get there exactly at the same time as opposed to when I was driving my car, and I was like, how does that even work? It doesn't really make any sense for me. So
yeah, his Ruckus isn't that fast either, so
yeah, it maxes out 37, Then turn off or unplug things not being used. This month's FPL was the lowest it's ever been, at least within the last, I believe, year or 2 years. But I mean, that is definitely significant. It was like 126. I've been making sure that I'm like running around, turning the lights off. Just really, if we're not using it, turn it off. And, you know, also I heard that, I read online that the extension cords, the outlets, like if you get those and you can turn it off and you have the ability, when you're not using those and you don't need to use it, you can actually turn it off and it doesn't even utilize the power. Also a great trick. The last two is, well, I shave my head. I'm actually growing my hair out now. I kind of, you know, secluded this to guys, but I mean, if you girls want to go out there and start shaving your head, save some money, do it, you know? And then, you know, not bad, but and it's fine, is smaller portion sizes. That hasn't been killing us. I mean, we've eat when we need to, and we don't eat more than we need to. I mean, so now that like we've kind of eat the way that we do, you learn to appreciate your food and the flavors that happens, as opposed to like, you know, you get to a point where you're almost full, and when you're at this point where you're full, it just kind of starts meshing together. You're just now shoving food in your mouth. You're not really tasting it like that first bite or those, you know, couple bites.
Yeah, and take your heavier meals like during the beginning of the day, like lunchtime and everything like that. So like at like dinner time, you're at least semi-full before, like, you know.
Yes.
You eat something light, because you don't want to be sitting with a bunch of food in your belly. So.
Yeah, that's those though.
So guys, I know you've been waiting for me to mention this because I haven't mentioned it in a while. Real estate. I took my exam and I failed. No, but I did fail. And it was interesting. I had some weird emotions. You know, I wasn't mad. The best way I could explain it is I was in like processing mode. Like I couldn't really say much. I wasn't like able to say anything positive quite yet. And I couldn't say anything really negative yet. I wasn't sure how I felt, because just like I've been going through this training with myself, you know, making sure I don't think of failure in odd ways that people have created it to be, you know, in today's cultures. But eventually I just came to myself and I'm like, this is like really important for a person's growth, is to go through something like this, you know, to experience, you know, a challenge and something to overcome, you know. So it was really cool. I got like 30 minutes down the road, because all the way in like Melbourne, I live in like the Treasure Coast area. So I got back and I was just eventually just like, yo, I'm actually really happy. Like, I'm not like happy that I failed, but I'm actually like really happy that I failed, you know, like, because it's really cool feeling to just be able to, for once, just be able to like overcome that like failure type deal, you know. Because I mean, failure on a test, failure on like a school test, or like just a small time, like, or someone's mad at you because you did something wrong, it's kind of different, you know. This was like really interesting type of failure, because I haven't experienced anything like that. But I'm really excited for like the next exam and everything like that, and they let you know what you need to work on and all that good stuff, because who knows, like I might have messed somebody up one day because of knowledge I didn't like pertain and understand, you know. So I'm actually kind of grateful for this failure, because I'm not gonna, you know, ruin someone's day a year down the road, you know. It's thinking that way, you know. And it's cool to like, I was going a little fast, so it's really cool that it's like slowing me down in the way it needs to, without like butchering the way I want to do things. It's really cool. It's kind of hard to explain, but things are starting to like flow in the correct manner, you know. So it's been really cool, and I'm excited about that. So I'll be studying for the next 2 weeks. I think I'm going to take it on the 10th of December, right before we go to see my dad. So I'm really excited. By the way, guys, if you guys are looking for like a real estate school and stuff like that, Luxury Real Estate School in Vero Beach is where I went. That's where Kyle's gonna go. They're pretty like awesome. They actually work with you, and they do like cram courses and stuff like that also, so that you can get ready for the test like that, you know. But we're super excited, guys. We've been just working real hard on everything, making sure we're doing real good in school. So we just wanted to share that all with you, and we'll be back for sure real soon. But the 29th, we're gonna come back also and explain to you our course of our food chart thing that we went through. So which is going really good, and we're still on track. So
sweet.
We're looking forward to seeing you guys. Thank you for following along, and we'll get to you guys soon. See you later.
Bye, guys.